Hello and welcome back, I'm bballjo, and this is Transport Fever 2 EPEC Very Hard Challenge. Everything we've done last time was working beautifully. I let it run for about half an hour. We have way too much money now, so that's great. Today, we're going to go to the other side of the map and actually expand on Kittermeister after we do a couple refinements on this side of the map. I'm very serious. We're just going to do a couple refinements. There's not much going on here. This station works beautifully. Look at this. Drought Branch has 421 people sitting there. That's not great, but we are relatively full most of the time, which means we're actually making money on this. Could be a little better, but this is usually the thing if you have just one relatively weak city sitting here, which is Colchester in this case. Colchester just has to grow a little bigger, but we also have to deliver a couple more things. Here's the thing though, with EPEC, you don't have to deliver 100% of everything, you just have to deliver everything at least once. Over here, we have a slight overload with these two trains, which is, well, not great all the time. It just means that a couple things are actually falling off the transfer station every once in a while, which we don't actually want. We want that stuff actually to go somewhere. So what we have to check, what I will check, is what are our current lengths and if we have any space at all to expand these trains with a couple more wagons, because if we do, that would be lovely. Right now, they are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They are making us nice money and all that. But hey, if we can move more stuff and if there's more stuff to be moved, then we shouldn't complain about that, right? Right. Good. At least this one doesn't never have to stop right now. If we add a third train, that would no longer be the case. I just want to make sure that we can do what I would like to do here. So you're rolling into the stop and you are just the right length. You know what? No, we're not going to worry about that. So that is fine. Colchester, how are you doing? I think we have room for an extra passenger line because we need more people here. We need more passengers going to Colchester Central, which we can't do if we don't give them a chance to actually make it there. So we're actually going to build... Oh, this could be a tram. This could totally be a tram. It's not going to make us buttloads of money, but it's totally going to be worth it, and we're going to lay it out as such. We have a couple truck stops already sitting there. I don't really want to interfere with them, so let's try to set this up. Oh, this is good. We'll try to set this up in a way that doesn't interfere with the bus stops, and life should be pretty good. What are you doing? This should be oh no, this is fine. And then a last one here. There's not a lot going on here. No, leave that alone. Okay, this is all going to be tram, and I know we've set that up before, and that's fine, yada yada yada. But I like tram lines. We're not going to upgrade everything because that may destroy a couple of buildings, so we can't do that. If we want our city to look a certain way, we have to do that before we start on a city, not after we already attach something to the city. Hope that makes sense. So, get you in here, and this is just a very simple one tram per line, but this is how I set it up. Just very simple if you haven't seen it before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There could really be an extra one here, but we're not going to do that. This is Colchester T1. And then we have a Colchester T2, just goes the opposite way. You can totally make this a single line that just reverses on itself, especially if you have a larger station somewhere, passenger station, but we don't have that, and honestly, this generally makes more money, so this is why we're doing it this way. T1 and T2, everything is set up. By vehicles, I'm pretty certain that we don't need the big ones, so let's just get 2 of these small guys, assign you to... Interesting that we can actually see that one. I spelled those different twice. Interesting. Maybe fix that next time. T2. There you go. We'll rename that when I care about it. I care about it right now. Okay. Col T1. You're the one that's right, but you have a space where you don't need one. Okay. Go away. And then Col T2. You have a space and you're lowercase. Both of those things are wrong. KOL. And then here, that thing. Cool. Now they're happy. That is maybe the only thing I'm going to tweak here. Yes, there is a little bit of stuff that we can start moving around more, but nothing is falling off here. And one of the things that you should look at is your, not vehicle statistics, the station statistics, and see who's actually overloaded. This one. Too much plastic in Colchester. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, if there's too much plastic, that is a very, very easy fix, because all we have to do is increase this rate from 100 to, what, 400, or we put a train in the middle here. Should we put a train there? What is your supplier doing? You want to move 400 units of plastic. Okay, well, we're just going to increase that. Is this one? No, this is not transporting anything else. Can we get a different vehicle here? Let me triple check something. If I click on that, if I replace you with cargo, I don't think we can get plastic in here, sadly. No molten plastic for us, which means we're just going to use that truck. Okay, so we need this times 4. All right, easy enough. And as you can see, that no trucks waiting right now, which is just an indicator that we don't have enough vehicles. Now we are at... This is confusing. Sometimes it's like a rate of 1 million, and sometimes it's a rate of not 1 million. Hopefully they can figure out now what I want them to do. Otherwise we have all types of problems here that are not fun to play with. Okay, so that one's very poor, and we have another one, passenger station, the Dive in Stroud, that would like a little more. Yeah, Stroud is the other one, because we currently only have one passenger line going through here, and having more bus lines, actually commuter lines, running through here can only help us. And I think what we're going to do is just build a bigger one, a big O around here that just comes back in an interesting way. But you already seen me build these setups, so hold on. Okay, that's taken care of. They're just going to take the long way around. And I think West Bedlington, honestly, is doing pretty okay with the tram and the bus line that we already have sitting here, because most of the things are actually covered. And this is just industries. Don't think it would hurt to have an extra line here, but this is not the problem. We have enough passengers already sitting here that want to do something. I am just... Should I not? Should I? Yes, we're going to add one more of these guys that can only help our frequency, at least. Yep, 142 seconds. And hopefully that will pay off at some point. And that's good. That's all I wanted to do here. The Inner City Express is relatively full most of the time. That's what we want to see. It actually makes us some money, which I think is impressive and interesting. But that's good enough. That's all we really needed. There's no steel really waiting there. This one is always a full train. That's what we want to see. This one is always a full iron train. Also what we want to see. So yeah, this is all good. I considered briefly to... well, move materials, move cargo out to Kiddermeister, but in reality, without the mod to increase our factory productions, it's stupid, because they can barely handle the cities that I currently have on the network, which is also why we're skipping whatever was in between here, the Skelmersdale. We don't have to go there, but we want to get Beckles, Hornsea, Morpeth, Winchelsea, and Sutton all connected to this whole area. And honestly, Kiddermeister and Sutton, those are the two big ones. Is there another big ones coming down here? Oakham, Twickenham. Okay, we'll see what we do with that one. But these are the two big ones. Wilchester. Honestly, these three are relatively big cities. What are you? You're 389. You're 691. You're 347. This is 100, sure, like 80, 120, and then Twickenham, 300. So the 300s are medium-sized cities, and then the Kiddermeister is the very large city, which is good to know. But before we can expand, we have to give Kiddermeister at least 50% of everything that it requires, which is 2 of these. So what do we want to do? The long industry lines or the short ones? I would go with the short ones for right now, because I would like to get this done relatively fast. We have a great food production zone right here. Everything that we will ever need is right here, right available, which is good. It's also stuff that other places will need as well. That's also good. Those are all good things. I don't think this is how farming works, going up on the mountain, but okay, we're just going to leave it there. Now, how do we want to deliver materials out here? You know me, I'm partial to trains. But they don't always make sense, especially when the terrain gets like this, where you just have mountains kind of everywhere. Looking at this, there is a little hill going up there, but I think we could squeeze a train line in here to make something work, but maybe that's not the starting location that we should actually consider here. Is there another good food production zone? We have 4 farms sitting here next to Morpeth. And we will need a well, a good connection here at some point. And this one, the Hornsea Farm, definitely is a good train connection. We're actually going to do this. Okay. Let's see. Make this so... should we connect this with a cargo station and a passenger station? That morph path kind of becomes both at the same time. I don't hate it, but then if we look at our cargo overlay, we can see that the residential is sitting here and the industrial demands are sitting on this side. We're not going to reach that with a train station, so it really almost doesn't matter where the train station goes, so we're just going to place it in a way that makes it easy for us to connect what we want to connect with. 160 meters is not going to be enough because it's going to be a very long food production line. I'm going to point it this way, and ideally at some point I will put a passenger line on here as well. Looking over there, there is a, My wheels are spinning. My wheels are spinning, and a lot of you are watching this because you would like to hear the thoughts of why we're doing things and not just the, oh, you build another train line, cool, how fun, can't wait to see the next one. So I'm gonna think here. This one does want construction materials, cool, which Morpath wants, but we can't deliver that yet. Corpath cannot be turned on effectively. Why am I running on triple speed? That's silly. Where do we get stones from? Because I'm looking at a hopper situation, but we have food here. So food is a box car. Box cars can only deliver box things, and that's not going to go both ways. I think that should make perfect sense. There's stone sitting here. This could just be a dual train delivery. Okay, I like that. That's just an 800 type behavior, which is really rate, behavior, all the same thing, which is really not that bad. Should I consider this? This is definitely a train coming from there. We could truck stuff to the Hornsea Farm and then train it down here. That will just give us a little bit extra money. Then we have a hopper, and the hopper will always go back empty because there's just nothing that we can do here. What I was looking for was a situation where I can bring grain south. Maybe this is a big boy. Is this a big boy situation? We could collect all the grain and bring it here. And then I need a stone supply that is close-ish. It doesn't have to be close, just close-ish. And I am not seeing one up. Yeah, there's one really far away here. There's another one sitting right there, but there's nothing close to this food production that we can play with that would work. Okay, there's one here that will be kind of on the way, but it's not that much to play with. No. We can really force it. We could make really crappy destinations, but here's the thing. We don't need money anymore. We're good on money. We don't need to cheat the system, and I'm only going to cheat it with the grain production that we have there. So no, leave it alone. This is fine. Nice and long. We don't need high speed. We at least need 3 tracks, I think. Build it somewhere where we're not completely in the mountain, maybe. Let's get our topography on. Okay, yeah, this is fine. If we go down here, I have no doubt that we can connect this to the road network here right away. So let's get one of these. Cool. Get another one of these. Then connect you to the road over here. Now you have a nice zigzag pattern where you actually have the food connection here. And here's the thing. Morpath is going to require this stuff really, really fast. What is this stuff? Food. That's the stuff. Okay, with that in mind, we can delete a couple of these roads because they don't do anything. They're just connections to the existing factories. Now, my initial set out to say, hey, I don't want to destroy anything. Am I still doing that? Is that still a thing that kind of applies here? And I'm not sure. I'm not sure if... Well, yes, it does apply 100%, but I'm not sure if roads that are just industrial connectors should be included in that type of behavior. Where are we? This is fine. A slight curve at the end there is not bad. Like these roads. We're not going to have the little icon of death over there, but we're not playing to make sure that everything is kind of connected. It looks like you are connected to that guy. That's good. Let's give you your crappy old connection back. Round. And we're actually going to upgrade this connection in just a second because we are going to deliver more grain here via truck. Now is probably a good time to tell you that when I started this episode, I completely forgot about the 50% delivery rate to existing connections, because I was just like, oh yeah, we're just going to get this thing done and then everything is fine and everyone's going to be lovely. That is way too much tunnel. No, this is not going to happen. Looking at this, I think we have a reasonable height to run on the outside here and then just shoot through the mountain really quick. We can do that. That just means that this station was built in vain, and we're going to replace it with a station that looks exactly the same but points a little more this way. Can you actually connect to that thing? No, you refuse. That's fine. Can't win them all. A little bit of road, please. Crappy road, very important for this type of situation. Very good. And then we're going to look at the track again. Yeah, we don't have to save money or anything like that. I just don't like crappy tunnels everywhere, because the reason to play this game, one of the big reasons to play this game, is simply watching trains drive. And you can't watch trains drive if they sit under a tunnel like this the whole way. That's ridiculous. Press M. Okay, we get out of the tunnel a little bit. Cheeky tunnel there. And then we're into this guy, but we are above ground pretty much the whole way. That is good enough for me to say, this road, not required. This thing, we're just going to put just a little bit of track on the outside of it. That's going to be what we're aiming for now from the station. We're not even destroying a field. This tunnel is acceptable. Don't love it. But if that is the only bigger tunnel that we will encounter in this situation, and I think that is fine, I will press M once. It does get rid of the tunnel. How much more expensive is that? It's actually cheaper. Wow. Okay, no tunnel for you. And then we're going to go into here. We are electrifying. I have a feeling that we're just going to use electric trains for this. Use the outside? Sure. It's a better turn radius. It's a better curve for this whole thing. And I think a single track is going to be more than sufficient for what we need to do here. So we can leave that alone. Cool. So grain delivery set up. I think this will be, well, considering building, where do I put my depot? I think my depot needs to be somewhere out here, and we just have to connect to it and make it work somehow. Okay. What do you want to do? I would like this to be a cargo station. Okay, another big one. Not as big as the first one, but not too little either. So let's make a little more room here. Very good. So we can just see what our cargo station will look like. This does not have to be a central station, but a cargo station for at least delivering everything that we have here. And we have a chance to deliver both materials in this episode. So let's see if we can make that work. The thing with cargo stations is they're always, how do I say, longer than the passenger stations. As you can see, there's a sharp turn there. So we should not expand into that area too much right now. So we're going to stay on this side. And what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would like a little longer than that. I want at least 10. That gives us 400 meters of a train length to do what we need to do here, and that may be enough. And just a double station, that may also be sufficient for what we need to do here, so that feels right. Don't think we need a terminal yet on that side, and we definitely do not need a terminal here. Also, this will be a large passenger hub that we have to connect at some point to everything else too, so that is something we have to consider. But right now, this is just a detour of the existing road, which will go there. Look at that nice S-curve. They should be happy that I didn't make them much worse than that. And now we can connect you. I was just looking for where the depot goes, and you're going on Grand Connections run over here. That's silly. All right. Would you like to look at how you can get in here? None of those connections are feasible or good enough. I mean, look at that. It's just... That's not terrible. I did not expect that I will like that, but realistically, okay, there's this thing. This thing bothers me. This thing bothers me a lot. The rest is adequate, but it bothers me. I'd much rather have a really sharp turn in the front here, go under the Grand Canyon over here, and then get out of this, like this. Like a really sharp turn backwards, stay nice and flat, that's good. Because the trains have to be slow at some point anyways, and then try an attack from this angle. Would that work better? We want to connect to this one. One field will be removed, that's not a problem. That's just an opportunity, as they say. Okay, that is a long-ish bridge, but not terribly long. That's a reasonable tunnel, that's a reasonable tunnel. That's the tunnel that we expected. I like this. Okay. Do we have different? No, we don't have different options for crossings yet. You are not worthy of a red bridge. you are not. This will be fine and suffice. Yes, that one will go away. I think, and it looks like the developers may have adjusted how the roads react with the rail, because this doesn't look like a bump that I was used to back in the day. If they are bumpy, like the road definitely got lifted and the rail looks very smooth in comparison, which I don't know was always the case, but if it is, cool. If it isn't, cool. But now we have a very sharp turn here, and then they can just speed up and do whatever they need to do and get into this station from that angle. I think that is fine. We need to be able to connect to this guy. That's just how we get our train on here, because I do think the depot should at least be in a relatively busy place. Yeah, sure. Where should we have that? I do like depots in the city. I'm a sucker for that. So that's where we're going to put one, and they can just figure out how to build around this thing. Yes, it is in prime real estate every once in a while, but that I don't care about that much. I care much more about the functionality and the look of the depot when we're done with it. So, connecting you there, that works for now. I don't think the depot is going to stay exactly where it is, because at some point we're going to have a bunch of stuff crossing here, and that may interfere with what we want to do, but maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a magician. I can't see the future. Wait, those are not the same things. Someone just asked me, do you believe in magic? When there was an illusionist on the stage. It's just like, no. And it's not really the same, but okay. So there you go. Hope you get what I was saying. Here we go. I want you to go from here to here. This is just a grain supply. It just has to deliver 800 when we're done, I think. So this is grain hopper 1. It's just a grain supplier. Obviously very important. Here you have to wait until you load it, otherwise it's stupid. Max stop time forever. And that looks fine. Let's get a train organized on there. By vehicle, what do we want? We definitely have an electric one here. We don't have to go much into the mountains, so the crocodile could work. This one, we already have it, but this one could also work. I think the crocodile is really good for a big mountain, which we don't have, so this 4x4 should be just fine. And all you have to transport is grain. This one, this one, this one. Eeny, meeny, miny, moo, do. Red on red. Okay. Let's start with this length. I don't know, 20 million seems like a pretty good thing. Grain hopper 1, yes, you can go. What is your rate? Should we look at the train coming out? Maybe in a minute. 280, and the first grain station can just deliver 200, so that's a pretty good start, and actually indicates that we may have at least 2 trains running on there, even after maxing this one out. Hey, train. There you go. How's it going? Ah, good to see you. Cool. Have some drink. Know that I have a Patreon and YouTube membership. Early access is available through that. If you see something on the playlist that's just like, not currently available, that just means it's part of the early access. YouTube has terrible messaging around that. But that's all it is. It will be published on a certain date. I wish YouTube would just tell you when that is. But hey, my videos come out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. That is the basic schedule. Additional videos will just show up on other days. I'm trying not to have multiple videos on the same day because YouTube does not appreciate that. Okay, So that's the first thing. The next thing is we have to hook up the production that sits over here, at least for bread, to Kittermeister, and that requires two things. One, you have to go through here. You have to wait until full, otherwise this is silly, and I would like you... I don't even know yet. This is the kid. Good, with two Ds. Didn't do that right for earlier. This is going to be food and con mats. But we don't need con mats just yet. Talk to this guy. It is a longer trip, but less delivery. Kittermeister, how much do you want already? 161. That's great, because it already means we need 2 farms connected to the setup that we have. I would love to have that one. But it doesn't make a difference, because all we can do is go 120 kilometers per hour. Later, I think it's 180 or 160, but we're not there yet, and I'm not planning on getting to that stage. I like this boxcar more. It's smaller. This... This one. If I can't decide, this is what we're going to use. Electrics. We don't have any American electrics. I know that's an oxymoron, but I still like to say it. So we're either going to use the same one, or I'm going to go for diesel for right now, which... this is not American at all. That's very German, or European at least. I think we're going to go European. Otherwise, you have to use this one, or you go with the China. But we used that not too long ago, and we don't have a very heavy train right now. So how about we do this one? Also just 20 million. Go on the kid food con mats. We don't have con mats, obviously, assigned to this thing yet, but that is the next thing. You want to come out and talk to us? Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Yep, nice for you. Nice of you to hang out. This looks great. Those wagons may or may not work. I don't want to add mods. No, we're going to play vanilla the whole time. I know there are really beautiful mods out there, but they're very prone to just stop working at some point, and I despise when that happens, and I don't want to go through that right now, so we're not going to. The first thing we're going to do here is... I don't even need to pause. Is straighten out this nonsense of a snake way that they have here, because for trucks to be efficient and even have a chance to make money for you, you need to have a straight line shot, as straight as you can. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but as straight as you can, otherwise you're never going to make it. 100 kilometers per hour is probably the thing that we want. And then, whoa. How about you go that way, and then... we go all the way out here. Could have just upgraded it. Yes, kind of, but then we wouldn't have had a relatively straight shot, and that would have been a problem. There. Last time I'm going to try this. Okay, there you go. That's what I needed. Then we need a building, a cargo station, 30 meters long, platform on the left, right? Yes, left is good. Get this one connected. Just like so. Honestly, if you do that, you may as well just put that here, because it makes it easier to make the station longer. And there was an excellent comment not that long ago by someone who was just like, you know, for the sources, you don't need to worry about stuff falling off the cargo stations, because it's free. You didn't have to deliver anything for it. I had to do anything for it. It's just like, yeah, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So it really just means the station that we have there does not have to worry about... Actually, I want to do it this way. Does not have to worry about... and then I would like to go under. Really? Ah, come on. Come on, buddy. I'd like to have this non-crossing running around. I'll do this because I like that idea. Yeah, I don't have to worry about the cargo stations near sources like that to do anything perfectly right. Straight down is perfect, and then not straight up. Stay downish. M. Actually, N is the button I'm pressing there. Sure, this will work, because this at least tells me that we should be able to put a bridge over this, because now I can remove this guy. Then I can remove just the tunnel piece. Then I can make this nice and flat down here to make a little gully. Then we can connect this thing again, hopefully. That's quite not what I wanted. That is much better. Then give me a bridge that's appropriate. That's a pillar in the middle. We don't need that. A red bridge if there's enough room. I'm gonna go with a truck maybe able to fit down there. I'm not 100% convinced by that, but I'm gonna go with they may be able to fit down there. Do this one, yes, and then we have a nice little gully thing, and this is really just it's very industrial. There's no other reason to do this at all. Road stuff, I don't want this thing here. That looks good. Now we just have to make a connection here, which is relatively simple. We may even get one just by placing one here. It's very possible that we don't, and that is fine. Talk to you? No, you don't want to be connected that way. That's okay, because what we're going to do here is just configure platform cargo station on the side, and then we're going to give you a nice fancy fake building to connect to. Just at the very end here. Very good. Then we need a back alley road connection, just like so. And then you can kind of snake around here and then snake in. You're making this a lot worse. Okay, I am. Snake over here. Okay, too much slope. No problem. There you go. That one will work, and then you should be connected to that thing. Yes, that's all we needed. This is just a turnaround loop, and we're going to have a lot of turnaround trucks there once we connect the other things too, especially if I'm going to stick with, yeah, we're going to make this all truck connections and not another train connection in there, which I haven't fully decided yet if this one's going to be a truck or a train. And then the last one is down here. That's going to be a truck. Okay, so this one, everything is set up. We are unpaused. Perfect. Quick building like so. Right here? Are you sure? No, let's put it next to the city because we're actually going to do something down here. Why? It doesn't matter. Let's put it down here. It'll be good. Okay. By vehicle, cargo. This is going to be a simple hopper for grain. We're going to start with 3. New line. Yes. And all you're going to do is go from there to there. Wait until you're full. Forever. And you are grain, hopper, 1. Supply, 1. I'm assuming there will be more than that. And then your rate is 227. You're a little high, which is just fine because a little high is better than a little low. Everything should be transported, so that is all great. Cool. All of those guys are connected, which is what we needed. Now we need the conmats. Okay, conmats should be simpler because that's literally just a truck doing something. Okay, how we want to do this. This is the old line that I thought about connecting, but then didn't. How do we want to connect this? How do I want to do this? What do I want to do? I just need this stone to make it over here. And that can easily be a very short, very, very short train line. Okay, and then I just have to bring all the stuff with a truck over here. You have to do that anyways. Okay, don't overthink it. It's fine. All you have to do is move 400 units. We have pretty good trucks. There's no good reason to do this with a train. Besides, trains are cool, but I think a truck will be very sufficient for doing what we want to do here. What does this look like? I don't like the old bridge. Don't ever try to show me the old bridge. I think that is an appropriate bridge look. Style? Yeah, style. Sure. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted this to look like. Gotta be kidding me. No. None of those things are even remotely appropriate. So here's what we're really gonna do. Make this nice and flat. You stick on the same level as that guy. That is something that I can deal with. Then this is just trucks that can take some sharper turns. Actually, I would like you to come down a little bit. Look at that smoothness. Look at that smooth approach to where we're gonna go. Beautiful. That works just fine. Do the same thing on this side. Yes. You could totally save some money here by only using 1 bridge instead of 2 bridges, which I'm doing right now. But again, we don't have to save money anymore. Could I get a little bit of bridge somewhere there? Oh yeah. This is what we came for. This is great. I think this. Oh, that's ugly. Yes. No. That's too much, but that one would be fine, and this one would also be fine. I think I like both of those. Just have an approach a little different. This is very industrial, and this is exactly what I want this to look like. Could we upgrade this? No, we cannot, so we have to take this one out. And, does that mean I have to remove that whole road that we just built? No, don't say that. So any way I can make this work. Any way. Any way at all. Kind of. Okay, take that one back, and maybe we can actually make this work the way that I would like it to work. And all we need, yes, that's the angle that I need. I don't care about the rest in here, because with that angle, we can totally make this work. Autosave, I think we're good. Go back. And then we take all of this out. We just spend a little bit of money, but that's fine. All I wanted is this angle, because now, now a couple things. One is we can connect this with having two stations on here that will have a through road, which is wonderful. Like here, maybe? Sure. How long do you need to be? The drop-off doesn't have to need anything because they will just run through, but the pickup, well, it's a very short pickup. Even if it's a lot, it's a very short distance to transport. If we were to transport to that city, the pickup won't be very long. So I think this will be okay. I'm gonna fix that right now. Actually, this. Nope, doesn't like that. Okay, go closer to there. There we go. Because I like that cliff style. Yeah, that's good. And talk to you. Give you a little bit of extra cargo space. At least on one side. This is the pickup line. This is the drop-off line. They should be fine. We have room for another one if we really want to. Give ourselves a couple cargo buildings. Get rid of this useless road. Cargo building in. Cool. And then one more street access, please and thank you. And this is going to be the one that we're actually going to connect that road to that we already built a second ago. And you need to go somewhere along here. Okay, before we do that, let's build the actual connection. Configure platform, this thing. This is by far the best addition to Transport Fever 2 is the modular station that you do this. Everything else, Transport Fever 1, is everything else too harsh? Maybe. But everything else, Transport Fever 1 was more than sufficient by, and the mods that were available were great, and everything was fun, and everything was playable, and everything was... It was just a good game. You could spend a long time with that game, and I have. But you couldn't do the things that I'm doing right now, so I didn't need that road there. That's fine. It just looks like it's a fancy industrial road now, so leave it. Where are we going? We are kind of going here, and then we're swerving over that way with a crappy bridge. Is this the red bridge? Yes. Yes. Yeah, this looks great. I don't think that it ever came out this well before, but I am very thankful for it actually turning out that way. Cool. So, with that in mind, let's set up the next line, and that may be the... Oh, no, not quite. Not quite. You're almost there, though. Buildings, that. We just need 0 to pick up stuff from here. We'll just put it all the way to the end because it gives us a little extra money, potentially. You have a building, you have a building, you're all fine. Everyone's connected. That train line does not have a connection, though. That's fine. There's our line at station. First one is Conmat Stone Supply, which means you have to wait until full. Cool. This is Conmat's Stone Supply. Close. Cool. Did I call that out? Nope. Should I give it a name? No, I don't want to give it a name. Okay, you're fine. And then this is Conmat Delivery for something. Okay, call it Morpeth Conmat's not delivery, supply. Because delivery is always the final one. You shouldn't do that before. This looks good too. Definitely wait until full and forever. Look which one you want to pick up on, and you did it wrong. Good job. Actually, what the? I want the stone supply to drop off on 2, and this one just goes to number 1. And then life should be fine. Yeah, you're just going that way, and they shouldn't really interfere with each other, which is all we cared about there. Good. So they're set up there. We have this guy sitting over here, and all we need now is, I don't know, 3 again. Should get us pretty close. Your combat stone supply, and then we get 1 for stake car, 2. Actually, why not? It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Go down here a little bit so we can see the next line. Combat supply. Beautiful. What are our ratios? Overview. You, 200. Manage vehicles. You, double. Thank you. We don't need that yet, but I don't want to come back later and figure it out. You, 300. Manage vehicle. 1 more, please. Thank you very much. 460. Perfect. It's not going to produce it right away, and right now our train does not even accept it. But that's a very easy fix. You know how easy that is? Manage vehicle. Upgrade. Give you 10 of the stake cars. I would like these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. How do you feel about speed? Mediocre. That's fine. We're at 337 length. We have a 400 meter length planned. So this should be fine. Now I'm wondering if this one may be a little better suited for what we're doing, or even the China one. Yeah, the China has a better beef. So we're gonna do that one, and then you should be, yeah, still mediocre, but you're doing okay. First grain delivery is coming in. This one is not terribly long. This one does not, you're not the full length of the train. I'm pretty sure about that. Loading speed 0.94 tells us this station is a little too short. Okay, a little too short, probably just by 1. Manage vehicle, click on this button. You are doing 342. Okay, we are doing 140, 80, 120, 160, 200, 240, 320. So honestly, just 1 or 2 more should be fine if I can get them in here. 1 or 2 more tracks, length, there and there. Talk to you again, and you shouldn't have that penalty anymore. Beautiful. Look at him. It's probably gonna fit if we let it. Beautiful. So that one is there. The trucks are driving. Are you well, you're not turned on yet because you're not really turned on yet, but you are trying to ship at least 100 units, just very slowly. Okay, well, that's going to happen. We're just going to speed this up, and that should be good. We are not delivering anything yet, which is the last piece of the puzzle that we have to adjust here. Where do I want my cargo buildings to go? Honestly, I like this spot. I don't think we're going to do much else with that. But for that to work, I need to get a cargo platform out there first. So let's make sure that we go far enough that we don't interfere with the passenger stations over there. Then let's do a tiny little cargo set right there. Cargo buildings, sure. Let's give myself 1. Maybe 2 different sizes. Feel about that? Maybe this one? Sure. Cool. And then 1 smaller one? Awesome. That one's actually even connected there. That's nice. And then we're just going to add a cargo station here. The cargo station, when we're done with it, needs 4 platforms. Why? Because well, actually 6. Needs 6 platforms because that's how much stuff we have to deliver later on. So just account for that right here, maybe. That would help. We could go right there. We could even go right next to you, but I don't like the current length of this truck platform, to be fair. It is final delivery. It should not be that hard to get this right. Okay. Let's make you a little longer, though. Just a little bit. Okay, get rid of that. Cargo station. Yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You get the gist. A couple cargo buildings that are kind of part of... Aw. I was hoping that could be part of that connection out there, but they didn't want to. Can I get a road access through there? Yes, I can. Could be worse. I've built much worse looking thingamabobs. So, so far, so good. Road connection right into that guy. Too much slope. Excuse you. There was no slope. How about an upgrade here? Nope. Okay. Here's a trick. It's only upgrading the part that's in view for the camera. So if you move over... Oh, it doesn't work because that one actually connects funny. Okay. Well, that's fine. This will work. All right. You go in there. That is a lot of slope. I didn't expect that, but that's fine. Let's deliver some stuff, and then we can call it a day for the day, right? Wow, we can actually deliver food and combat straight from the station. I did not actually expect that, so that will take care of those things for right now. We just have to wait until the train actually arrives for the first time, which is why we did double, triple speed. But we're still not quite there. There are the trucks, they're parked. This guy is turning something into something. You are loading the wrong thing. Are you? Oh, hold on now. Hold horsies. Hold horsies. It's very possible that I used the wrong cargo machines. Those trucks. If I go here, yes, you can no longer do combats. Thank you very much. Click on these, replace all of you. And I guess you have to be one of these because life is too difficult, apparently. You have some stuff consumed. You have some stuff sitting there. All I need you to do is actually just produce some. 7? Where is it? Where are you producing it to? Consumer. Yes, shipping 11. I don't... There's one. He has a little bit loaded now. Isn't that wonderful? 3. Cool. Yeah, so I want you to deliver that to here. How much food do you have on board? 119. That's honestly pretty darn good for not expecting that this is even going to happen today. But that looks good. Once that guy is through, we can get this one on the road. It only has 4 units right now, but that's fine. Yes, cool. Thank you very much for watching. This, as always, has been a pleasure. I would like to still get done before 20 episodes with everything, and then we have a nice little run of whatever happened so far, because this game is fun. It's challenging enough. It's plenty pretty, so we can just keep going with all of that. There are the combats. Have you turn around, and then I would like to follow you in a nice little... Whoa! This is probably going to stay a single train thing for right now. Oh, this is cool. I didn't realize I did that. But yeah, this is good. Let's slow this down a little bit to just double speed. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time. And next time we're going to connect more cities to Kittermeister and deliver more cargo to places like Kittermeister, because that's what EPEC is all about. So I hope to see you then. Bye-bye.